Record. Okay, I think we're recording. Today is April 11th, 2017, and we are really excited to roll out this training series for all of you here at Wild Tree. The context around our call is to give you the tools and the foundations to really kick butt here at Wild Tree. We want you to have a strong business, and for whatever reason you joined Wild Tree, we want you to be successful here. So it doesn't matter if you joined to do 1 party a month or 10 parties a month. We want you to be successful here, and we're going to give you the ways and tools in order to do that. So we want you to be proud of what you do here at Wild Tree and make the income that you're worth. So for the first 3 weeks, the calls are going to be every other week. So we've got a call this week, skip next week, then there'll be a call, skip that week, and then there'll be another call. So they're every other week. And it's really to develop a strong personal business. It's really important that you are sharing your business on Facebook, 1 to 2 posts a week. You're talking about it with friends and family, and you are not belittling the company. It shouldn't be the last thing you talk about. It should be one of the first things you talk about, and you should be sharing this with others. I was just sharing this fact with a couple of my leaders, but there are 11.5 million people in Ohio. There are 54 million people in California, and I could go on and on. Every state has millions of people, and Wild Tree is just so teeny tiny. There's about 10 people in Ohio that are really selling Wild Tree. There's about 5 in California, so we need more feet on the ground. We need to share this opportunity with others. So just think about that as a little food for thought. Today's specific topic is on team building and recruiting. So recruiting, team building, those are kind of the same word, but some people prefer the word team building. Some people use recruiting, but they really mean the same thing. The next call will be on high booking volume and hostess coaching. And the last call will be on a demo that works for you. Simplifying your demo, not necessarily copying the exact same words that maybe I use or another leader uses, but really making a demo that makes sense to you and makes this look as simple and easy as it really is. We're not here to complicate things, and we don't want to come in with 50 bags and make this business look complicated, because it really isn't. The remaining 2 weeks, there will be 2 additional calls, making 5 calls in all. And the remaining 2 weeks are more intended for leadership here at Wild Tree. So if you're here to really move your business forward and get paid get a really big pay raise, that's your biggest pay raise that you'll get in Wild Tree, becoming a team leader, then those calls are for you. Even if you're just curious or interested to hear what those calls are about, we do invite you to those last 2 calls, which will be in May. And you'll get some postings for those as well. They'll be at the same time at noon on Tuesdays for my group. So that will remain the same. Do we have any questions before we get started? Does anyone here know what I mean by recruiting? Does everybody understand what the point of today's call is about? Any questions? All right, good. Glad you guys are clear on what we're going to be talking about. So as far as recruiting and team building goes, a lot of people have hang-ups on recruiting. For whatever reason, they do. They just feel uncomfortable. They feel weird about it. But we're here to make sure that you don't feel weird about it, and that it is a default for you. It's not everyone's default, but it needs to be. We don't want you to have hang-ups. We don't want you to feel like you're belittling the company at all. We want you to share with people that this is an amazing opportunity because you are here because you thought in some capacity that it was amazing, or you wouldn't be here right now. So you need to offer that to everyone. I always like to use the cookie analogy. For me, it's if you were in a room with a bunch of people, if you had all your girlfriends over and you baked some really yummy fresh baked cookies out of the oven, and you started walking around the room with them on a plate, and you only offered the cookie to a couple of the friends in the room. Let's say you had 10 friends in the room, and you only offered the cookie to 2 people. How are the other 8 people in the room going to feel? They're probably going to feel left out. They're going to feel like they weren't worth the cookie. They are going to be like, oh, wait a minute, what about me? I kind of wanted a cookie, and you didn't offer me one. and I'm kind of too embarrassed to say, hey, I really want a cookie. So you really need to use that cookie analogy, or you could use the analogy of a waitress in a restaurant. She's going to walk around with a pot of coffee, and she's going to say, hey, would you like a refill on your coffee? And you're going to say yes or no. And she's going to walk around, and one person might say, oh, sure, I'd love some more coffee. The next person might say, nope, I'm good. No more coffee, thanks. She might go to the next table. Nope, I'm good. We're all good on coffee. About ready to leave. Thanks so much. Do you think that waitress walks away from the table crying and like goes to the back of the restaurant like, so sad. They just said they didn't want any coffee. So you have to remember not to take the business opportunity personally as either. This is for some people. It's not for everyone. They aren't going to see it as a great opportunity right away. Some people, it takes some time and they need to muster over this opportunity for a little bit. So never feel like it's a personal reflection on you if somebody doesn't feel like learning more about the business opportunity. So I definitely wanted to make sure I prefaced it with that. So when you're at a party or at an event, or you're in a group of room with your girlfriends and you're sharing with them your new business venture, there are going to be product lovers and people that fell in love with the product. And that might be some of you that are on the call right now. And that's why what made you want to join Wild Tree. You fell in love with the rosemary grapeseed oil, or I'm sorry, the lemon rosemary dressing, or you fell in love with the Everyday Meals workshop, and that's what made you join Wild Tree. But there had to have been some part of you, some little piece of you that was curious about what this business could be for you. Otherwise, you probably wouldn't be here right now. But there's a really big part of the room. So there are going to be the product lovers that really love the product and see this, the meal planning service and the meal prepping as being a great opportunity. And then there's going to be another half of the room that they don't really care what it is that you are offering them. They just want to hear about this amazing opportunity and this great compensation plan that you are presenting to them. There's definitely a camp. There's a 50-50 camp there. So if you're only appealing to the product lovers in the room, then you're leaving out 50% of the people. There are some people that came to Wild Tree without ever even tasting Wild Tree. There are people that definitely are on my team right now that never, ever even tried a bite of it. They heard about Wild Tree online, they saw about it on Facebook, and they thought, wow, a company that is consumable, that checks all the boxes that for food trends right now, like being GMO-free, gluten-free, dairy-free, organic, kosher. Wild Tree is all of those things. So it's sort of like a no-brainer. It's very much a big opportunity right now because it's a billion-dollar industry. So there are people that are very high up in Wild Tree. In fact, Sonara Brown, the top of the company, she never even tried Wild Tree before signing on the dotted line. She just heard what an awesome opportunity this was. She looked at the compensation plan. She knew that she wanted to make millions of dollars here at Wild Tree, and that's what she really set out to do. She didn't even try it. She knew, it checked all the boxes. The way the food trend has been going in the past 10 years in the United States, it's going towards healthier, better quality foods, and she knew she could be on the cutting edge of that. So that was all she needed. She could have sold jewelry for all it was worth. She just knew that Leslie, our founder, made the best compensation plan out there, and she wanted a piece of that pie. There are people in the room at all of your events that might fit into that camp, so you can't leave them out. So while you might be a product lover, somebody else may just be an opportunity lover. And if you are a product lover, you need to also, I'm going to get into this, distinguish between a product lover who may just want free Wild Tree and be a great hostess, or be a great customer because their kids have allergies or something like that. So I'm going to get to that in a second. But you definitely want to appeal to both camps. Let me look at my notes here and keep moving on. When we use words like, you'll love this, you want a freezer full of meals at all times, and you just want to make a little bit of money on the side, it's really belittling Wild Tree and the opportunity that Leslie created that's unparalleled to any other company. She wanted, Leslie, our founder, some of you may not even know a lot about her, but she founded this company as a single mom. She had 2 toddlers. who had extreme dietary restrictions. She created Wild Tree so that her family could eat well and so that other moms, other single moms, working moms, stay-at-home moms could make enough money to support their families, period. That is what she wanted Wild Tree to be. She didn't really want Wild Tree to be a discount buyer plan. That really wasn't her intention. When she created Wild Tree and created the compensation plan that she created, she really wanted to keep as much money in your pockets so that you could support your family legitimately and have all the flexibility in the world, have all the financial freedom that you desire, no glass ceilings, no territories, no no monthly minimums. She didn't want to put the pressure and stress on busy working mothers as well. So there is room for everybody here at Wild Tree, but you just want to make sure that you are not kind of downplaying it and saying, oh, you can make a couple of bucks on the side. Nobody really wants to join Wild Tree just to make a couple of bucks on the side. That just sounds like, you're having a garage sale and, you're going to make $100, big deal. You're going to go to Kroger and that $100 is going to be gone. That's not really building wealth. Let's see. So getting to the power in your pitch. That's going to be the first part of today's call, is the power in your pitch. How you pitch the opportunity at your parties. Some of you that are on the call maybe have never even pitched the business opportunity to anyone at your parties. You may be brand new. Maybe you've never done a party. Maybe you've done a few parties, but you've been, you haven't had the right tools or words to use to pitch the opportunity to people at your parties. Or maybe some of you have been here for a while and you need to just revamp that. And I know in the past I'm guilty as charged. I'm not going to say that I haven't kind of belittled the company as well and said, oh, you can just join. You love Wild Tree, so you should just join my team and make, a couple bucks and get your products at a discount or for free. That really is the wrong thing to do, because what you do is you take a really great customer and somebody that's super passionate and excited about the product, and you turn them into a really bad rep. They actually don't really have a desire to build wealth here. They don't have a desire to make an income that they deserve. They don't have that desire within them. And we really shoot our own selves in the foot, because as a rep here, you make 25% on your customers' orders. And once that person joins your team, you actually only make 3%. So you are giving yourself, you aren't giving yourself a raise at all. You're actually kind of declining your business or demoting yourself by doing that. So by having somebody join your team, you end up making less on that person. If you have somebody that's super excited about Wild Tree and the product, oh my gosh, they should host. Have a party, because that person who loves Wild Tree so much is going to get all of their Wild Tree for free, and free is better than a 20 to 25% discount. So in the long run, they can host a party a couple times a year, stock up on all the Wild Tree they need for the best discount that's out there. They can also continue to be a great customer. A lot of us run our own sales here at Wild Tree, so they can always jump in on one of our promotions or sales that Wild Tree runs. So that is an option for those people as well. So here is a powerful pitch. I'm going to give you two examples. I'm going to give you an example of a powerful pitch and an example of a sort of wishy-washy pitch, so that you can hear hear them both and know what we mean by that. So if I'm in a room with a bunch of people, let's say I'm at a Freezer Meal Workshop and we've done our introductions, next I'm going to talk a little bit about the opportunity. I might either show that flyer in my page protector packets, or you might have a flyer for everybody to look at. You might have it in a picture frame or whatever. Wherever you pop the business opportunity in at your demo, which you absolutely have to do, is this. So raise your hand if any of you know of any other meal planning companies out there, like Blue Apron, HelloFresh, Plated, Green Chef, or anything like that. Usually you get a bunch of hands that go up. Okay, so right now, this whole menu prep delivery online meal planning company is huge. We are super on trend. Wild Tree is actually one of those companies. We are a $1 billion company, we are in a billion-dollar industry, and Wild Tree is just a sliver of that. We have huge, aggressive goals over the next 7 years, and we are super excited to bring more people to Wild Tree to really build us up. We are looking for people who want freedom, a better work-life balance. There's no glass ceilings. We have no aggressive monthly minimums here at Wild Tree. So if that sounds like something that you'd be interested in, just see me after the workshop over at checkout. I am going to ask any of you if you or someone you know might be interested in an amazing opportunity to help others and make an income here at Wild Tree. So I will be asking you all of that at the end of the workshop tonight. Okay, so that's one pitch. Here's a second pitch. So Wild Tree is great. We have no quotas. You can do as much or as little as you want. If you love the product and think that you want to make the meals again, go ahead and sign up to be a rep. Get the discount, maybe share with some friends and make a little money on the side. Who wants to chime in and say which one sounds more exciting and maybe more appealing to them? Even if you're not here to like make millions of dollars, what one sounds better to you if you were standing in a room with people?
The first one for sure.
Good. People are not attracted to wishy-washy. You know, the second one kind of sounded wishy-washy, didn't sound powerful. You know, Wild Tree is an amazing opportunity. I can speak for that to myself. I am making more money now than I did when I was a teacher. And you don't have to be able to speak to that for yourself either. Don't feel like, oh, well, I'm not making that much money here at Wild Tree. I'm brand new. I haven't even made my first paycheck yet. Don't feel like because that hasn't happened to you yet that you can't share that Wild Tree is an amazing opportunity, because it is. If you haven't gone into the MRC and looked at our compensation plan and held it up side by side to other companies' compensation plans, I highly urge you to do that so that you can really find the truth in what I'm saying here and realize that Wild Tree's compensation plan is unparalleled to any others. So Wild Tree is an amazing opportunity. We are so on trend. People, there is a need out there. There are busy people. We're actually busier than ever. And this is just filling a need for people to get organized and get more, what's the word I'm looking for, to automate their life just a little bit more. Just like somebody gets a cleaning lady or a nanny, people are looking for meal services. And Wild Tree's meal service is amazing. Actually, we're so much cheaper than the other meal planning services out there. If you were to get a dinner from HelloFresh or Blue Apron, you'd be spending about $40 for dinner, where you'd be spending about $20 with Wild Tree, so we're half the price. Plus, you can pick out your own organic meats and veggies and customize your meals to fit your family's needs. And we take a lot less time. If you've ever tried one of those services before, I'm not going to go off on a tangent, but they do take about an hour to make each night, and I ain't got that kind of time, and neither do our customers. So you definitely want to keep that in mind if somebody questions you on that. That's just some other food for thought. Anyways, I'm going to kind of redo that pitch too in a different way that doesn't reference Blue Apron, HelloFresh, because maybe some of you on the call, that doesn't really speak to you, and that language, you don't even really know what those companies have to offer. Maybe you haven't explored or researched those yet. And so I will say it a different way. So I could say it this way. All right, Wild Tree is an amazing company with just an awesome opportunity. Our products, yes, they are unlike any other. You can check off every box. We are organic, we are quick, we are easy, we are GMO-free, we are certified gluten-free, certified kosher. We are all those things. So yes, we have the very best thing to offer as far as our product line. But the second best thing we have to offer here at Wild Tree is our business opportunity. Our opportunity here at Wild Tree is unlike any other. There are millions of people. For example, there's 11.5 million people here in Ohio. There's 54 million people in California, and millions of people all over the United States. And there's only about 5 to 10 representatives, not even nationwide. Those are just the 2 states that I have to use for example. And we need more feet on the ground, more people here helping us, more people sharing this amazing opportunity with others. It's a great way to help people in our own community while making an income that you deserve. It's offering a lot of people a lot of freedom, flexibility. There are no glass ceilings here at Wild Tree. You can really do as much as with this business as you want. We have no territories, and we have no harsh monthly minimums either. So it really is, you get to be your own boss and get the flexibility that you deserve. Some of you may be stuck in a rut right now with your job. Maybe you are looking to change careers or get an opportunity to do something different and fun and have the freedom that you deserve. So if you have any questions about that, see me at the end. I will be talking to all of you at checkout to see if you or someone you know may want to learn more about this amazing opportunity. Okay, so that it could be said that way. You don't have to really bring in the HelloFresh and the Blue Apron and all that stuff as well. The point is to paint the idea because it's the truth. We're not pulling, the shades over somebody's eyes. We are an amazing company to be with. And by saying things like, oh, you can make a little bit of money here at Wild Tree, those words should actually never leave your mouth because then there's a stigma actually out there that that direct sales, people don't really make any money in direct sales. Well, the reason certain people aren't making money here in direct sales in general is because people aren't sharing that it's an amazing opportunity. They're belittling it. Oh yeah, I just do that. It's just my side thing. Oh yeah, I just do that just to get a discount and get some free products every once in a while. Oh, it's just nothing, no big deal. Well, if it's no big deal, then you're not going to make big deal money. You're not going to get yourself the flexibility and the freedom and the income and the fun that you're looking for out of the company. So you really get what you perceive. And so if you perceive this as a great opportunity, more people will join you here. And guess what? You'll make a better income and you're going to have fun with your team. And you're just going to see the kind of light bulbs go off on what this can really be for you. Does that make sense, everyone?
Yes.
So does anybody want to interject or share either an experience to that or add to that, piggyback off of that? We do have some other leaders here on the call, so they might have something valuable to share.
I can share a little bit. I definitely was really excited about this new way of pitching, having a pitch to share with others how we really need more people and how this is a business. And I feel like for so long we've shared it kind of as a hobby, and now this is the real deal. This is a job. And for the most part, we really don't want to attract people that just kind of see this as a hobby, because that you're going to lose your good customers. And all of us leaders can vouch for that we've lost some really great customers and hosts by just signing them up to have a hobby. And in the long run, they're not gonna usually stick with it and move on, and because we offered it to them as that. So having this pitch is so powerful in sharing what they can actually achieve with Wild Tree and what they can get out of it. Because if we don't share that from the beginning, they don't even know that's possible.
Right.
So and I feel like by saying and sharing things that even you've achieved, and I'm ready to change my pitch and my story in the beginning of my workshops, but I'm really, really excited to attract these business builders and to share what they can all have in Wild Tree. And I think if you personalize it, saying, Wild Tree has allowed me to renovate my kitchen, and Wild Tree has allowed me to send my kids to private schools, and saying, wow, she must make good money if she can do that. And by adding examples of how this has enabled you to have a great life and have a very flexible as well. So I love all this. And I think I've started to slowly add in things that are, if they can hear something that they can relate to, I think you're really going to say, wow, I might be able to do this too. She can do this. And if 3 kids, I can do this too, and make a business out of this. So I think the pitch is just really a great thing to be able to share how we can really make an income with this, because like Marie was saying, it's belittling what we have to offer. But really, we have to share this with others. And it's a gift that we can share with others, that they can have what we have. It's really, truly amazing that we feel like being in the field, this is our obligation to share with them. This isn't just, this is a new way of, this is what we should have been doing all along. And it's okay. Even if you're brand new or not, if you don't have a single person on your team, it's okay. You're in a great place to start this.
Yeah.
I'm 3 years in and I'm like, wow, what if I had been doing this from the beginning? How big of an organization I would have, how much I would have shared with other people, how they could have what I have, where I want to be if they would have started if I would have started this 3 years ago. So don't be scared if you're new. Just jump right in and get comfortable having your pitch and go for it, because you have so many new people to share this with. And so at any stage of your business, go for it and do it, because you want to grow a business, you need to be recruiting 3 people a month, and maintaining is just having 2, and it's a state of decline if you have none. So if you really want to grow and make money, then this is the way to go.
And building a team is fun, and it's not scary. Your upline leader's here to lead you and guide you through that. So it's not like you have all these new responsibilities when somebody joins your team. We guide you through that and help you hold your hand every step of the way, because we know you're maybe new yourself. And really, it is something that I really hope that everybody in my personal organization downline perfects their pitch and pitches it this way to their friends and family, even if you feel like you're brand new and this is nerve-wracking to you. It's not. It's just offering the cookie to every single person there. If you're not, then I have kind of like a sense of control. I feel like I'm losing a sense of control over that. Like, I could be in front of your group and offering the cookie to everyone, but you signed up to be a representative of the company, and this is what the company is asking you to represent. Maybe you're here and the money isn't really that big of a deal to you personally, but that doesn't mean that you shouldn't offer the gift of Wild Tree to others, because this is a really nice gift to offer others. And you don't even know the position that your very best friend is in. She may be really wanting you to offer her the cookie and you're not, and she's kind of feeling like left out. You just don't know what anybody's truly thinking up there. And that's just really important to remember as you're offering this to other people. If you aren't really interested in building a team, send your people to me. I'll have them join my team. So that is always an option. The last thing, because we're going to run out of time, we only have 3 minutes and I want to make sure I cover it, is filling your funnel. So filling your funnel with new people that might be interested in what Wild Tree has to offer every single month. You should be filling your funnel with at least 10 new people a month. That's for business builders that are here. So when you're in front of people and you share the opportunity and pitch our awesome amazingness, Wild Tree, you want to make sure that you fill that funnel. There might be somebody at checkout who's like, yeah, I think I'd like to hear more about this amazing opportunity. They go into your funnel. I keep a list of names here in my folder of just every single person that just has even the slightest interest in hearing a little bit more. And I'm constantly filling that funnel. And that funnel, some people will pop right out of that funnel and they're going to join Wild Tree. Some people, it's going to take them a couple of months. Some people, it's going to take a couple of years for them to even join Wild Tree, because it depends on where they're at in their life. There are some people that when they join Wild Tree, they have this same list of 5 people that they keep circling around. They're like a shark circling around a boat. Like, they're just waiting and waiting and waiting for somebody to dangle their foot outside of that boat. And then they're going to reach up and get them. Like, you don't want to do that. First of all, you never want to push anybody into this business, because that's just not what we're all about. We're just about offering them the cookie, which is the opportunity. And if they're ready to take it, they will. Some people will be ready and some people won't be ready. And you just want to keep them in that funnel and keep circling back around to see when they are ready. But if you only have 5 people and you're like, well, I'm just waiting for those 5 people to join my team and then I'll have a team, that's really not the right thing. You want to constantly be adding to that funnel, and people are going to shake out. Some people are going to join us here. Some people aren't. Some people will join, and they're going to make it a hobby at first, even though that's not the way we're pitching it to them. It's really your business, and you get to do whatever you want with it. But we still need to train everybody to the point that there is an amazing opportunity here. Over the next 7 years, we're going to go from a $30 million company to a $500 million company. That is huge. You want to be here and have a team when that happens. Trust me. that is what you want here at Wild Tree. That pie is going to open up greatly and immensely over the next 7 years. So I hope that gets some of you excited. I hope you can continue to fill that funnel with people. And if you're like, what do I send to somebody who is interested in Wild Tree? Please message me. I will send you a link to one of our opportunity calls. That is something you should be sharing with people that are interested in Wild Tree, and the Business Builder Kit and the 5 reasons why we Wild Tree here. Those are the kinds of things that you would send to somebody who's